いつも君と待ち続けた季節は何も言わず通り過ぎた。雨はこの街に降り注ぐ少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよ。それは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いた。あの時見えなかった。
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Got a really bad feeling about this.
I'm not...
Hands to the wind! Corruption! Air drop! Far beyond the darkest sky! You got company! These ones can run rings around us! A whirling struggle handles it! Winds of heaven! Cyclone!
Rising sun! Infernal torrent! Lightning thrust!
Came between heaven and earth!
Here I come!
Amazing. Prepare to be seized, though fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps down was more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that'd
Try
be
this!
silly.
First try! Explosive without!
It was nice while it
Gemini,
lasted.
where are you going?
Take this!
Tempest?
Turn hurricane!
It's just now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Got it!
Well done! Here I go!
You're mine!
Got four! Lightning! Downfall!
Rising... Whoa! I'm not done! Pierce through!
Lunar corruption!
Do it!
Lunar flame!
Light burst forth.
Radiant genesis!
Eat this!
Radiant
Now!
light!
Take this!
Here! I'm out of ammo!
Hurricane thrust! Searing gale! Dragon swarm! Try this! Explosive ring!
Just getting started.
We've
Sonic
got
Rock!
energy!
Try this!
First
I'm
aid!
late!
Oh, Violet
Splendid
Guardian!
Cloud!
Demon's descent!
Flashing fang! With my comrades, I'm unstoppable.
And what about without them?
Or stoppable?
feeling about this.
What is this? Hey,
No more
you
playing
okay?
nice.
I can still do this.
Now you see what I can do!
Two heads.
Far enough!
That's not even fair.
Just watch this!
Astral energy. Resurrection. Here.
You're done!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me!
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire. Lightning.
Here I come! Dragon Form!
Lunar
Back to the blade!
Let the mark violence
Dragon Form! Try this!
Change between
Explosive
heaven and
ring!
earth.
Frickin' does it!
A whirling energy of lightning.
Take this! Be still!
I'm on it.
Rising
You're
done!
There you
Where are you
are!
going? Rain down.
Take this!
Swallow dance!
Lightning Storm! No escape!
Now I'm in trouble.
Devastation!
Healing circle.
Mirage!
Meteor.
Here!
A whirling struggle.
Try harder!
Ready to go!
Winds of heaven.
Take this!
Radiant pierce.
No escape! It's over!
Anything in order is all mine! I'll smash you!
Radiant flood here. All disasters may I'll heal you all.
Here I come! Sonic thrust!
Healing circle.
Be still! Thrust! I owe you one!
Arch require complete.
Mirage! Megasonic
Do
thrust!
it. Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Right. Next one. Arnixter coming through.
Already on it!
Take this!
Hit. Confiscated.
Thrust!
Steering.
In a bind?
Here.
No escape!
First aid.
Dragon Talon Storm!
Rocket sky.
Explosive ring!
Eat
Lightning thrust!
All my
Devastation!
folks, watch it!
Shooting star. With the wind. Air thrust. A whirling storm.
Ignite!
Winds of heaven.
Now we're next.
This one's mine.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon hurricane!
Graviton field.
No further!
Tempest
Eat
blast.
this! Ready and rare!
Lightning.
I'm not done!
Card now through all.
Far enough! I'm on a roll
Dragon
now!
Swarm!
Lunar corruption.
Megasonic thrust!
Hurricane!
Take this!
Lost my
Gemini Aqua.
Here I come!
Nail strike. The power of one
Be
more
still.
time. Finish without a trace.
Rise!
Lightning raging cascade.
Take this!
A chain
Thrust.
between heaven and earth.
Searing
A
gale!
wailing banshee of lightning.
Megasonic thrust! Dragon Storm!
Here goes. Thanks for the healing.
Now you see what I can do!
Okay. Yeah. You too.
I don't even know the word defeat.
Rain down.
Megasonic!
It's time.
Steering flame.
Take this! Drag! Swarm!
Meteor storm. Let me show you what my heart can do. Rise and shine.
Dragon Swarm!
Divide. Confiscated.
Ready to go!
Healing circle. Sleep now.
Pierce!
Pull myself together.
Take this!
Be still!
Flame. Raging storm.
Dragon
All right. It's showtime.
Megasonic thrust!
Shield.
Not today!
Ice prism.
Dragon Swarm!
Healing
Solo dance!
Explosive ring!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you down.
Now I'm in the groove! That'll bring you down! Anything in order is all mine!
You get
Here's my
this.
call!
Rising Phoenix!
Get toasty.
Burn strike!
I've been doing really great lately.
Hey, new equipment! Brace yourselves! This one's tough! No escape!
I can carve through armor!
Be still!
Now or never.
You got company.
You're mine! No escape!
Lunar corruption.
Here!
Here.
First strike!
Dazzle!
Ray.
Blue escape!
Ready to go!
Devastation! Damn it! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Water,
Take
hear
this.
my call! Field!
I'm not done!
Duel cuts away!
Be still!
Hear my call!
Yeah.
I'm just
Dragon Swarm!
Hear me!
Vacuum blade!
Burning
Win!
Go! And again! Here's one more time! A whirling struggle!
I'm not done! Take this! I'm not done!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Thunder Blade!
See
That training's paying off! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
Sonic Thrust! I'm on it! Dazzle! Take this!
Anything in order is all
Glacial
mine.
Spear! Here's Evo!
Megasonic Thrust!
Now
Sonic
then.
Whirlwind! Blending Blast! Be still! Rising Sun!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
A victory for the ages.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. Radiant Flood!
Lightning Thrust!
Talon Hurricane!
Insects should stay on the ground.
I'll take you all on! Blue escape! You got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
I'm on it!
Dragon Swarm!
Burning Strike! Glacial Spear! Here's Evo!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done
You're
that.
mine! Be still!
Glimmer, come on, a roll,
Take this! Blue escape! Here's through! Back!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine! Stand!
Now! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Lightning condensed! Radiant
Here!
You're mine!
Hurricane!
Thrust!
Far enough!
A wailing sea of lightning!
Watch it! Primed and ready!
Soaring Light Spear! You're on!
Radiant Spear!
Dazzle!
Your astral arts are truly incredible. Every little bit helps, right? Indeed it does. I'll keep wishing to be better as well. I never miss!
Devastation!
Sleep now.
Mirage!
The power of flame! Vanish without a
Change
trace!
You're mine!
A
Whirlwind
wailing banshee of lightning! Divine! Hit me one more time!
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Lightning!
Rising Falcon!
I'm even stronger than before.
No holding back!
Here I come!
This'll be a piece of cake!
Blue escape! Mirage! Megasonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! That Falcon is driving me mad!
Here's Evo! Freeze Lancer!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Dragon Swarm! Win!
Do it! Graviton Field! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Tear! Burn! Searing Gale!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
A
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Lightning Thrust!
Eat this!
Devastation!
Field!
You're
Do it!
on!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
A whirling struggle!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I still got a ways to go.
I've got a really bad feeling about
Megasonic
this.
thrust! Dazzle!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Photon blast!
You're finished!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Dazzle!
Freeze Lancer!
Take the Dragon
Captain Swirl!
Damn it! Scoot back!
Stand back.
Photon
I'll
blast!
trip it up.
Dance in the wind! Annihilation!
Dragon
Shield!
Swarm!
Radiant blast!
Vacuum
Radiant
Blade!
gets away!
Severing Wind!
Glacial
Hurricane
Spear!
Thrust!
Here's the evil!
Rise!
No further.
Here's
Take
the
this!
healing art! Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Air
Explosive
thrust!
Ring!
Photon blast!
Dazzle!
Air thrust!
Searing Gale!
Here's the healing art!
Here! I'm not done! You're finished!
Here!
Dragon Cow!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! This one's mine! Captain Swirl!
Take this! No escape! Lightning Thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Take it!
Leave the charges to me!
Lightning!
Take this!
Done!
It's over!
You shouldn't have messed with me!
No escape!
We're in the home stretch now!
Whatever one what she said! Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out?
Megasonic Thrust!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Take it! Go!
I'm on it!
Lightning orb!
Dazzle!
There!
Rising Phoenix!
Don't push yourself too hard.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
You're mine! Dragon
Dragon
Swarm!
Dance
You're
in the
mine!
wind!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Thunderblade! You got company! Blah, blah, blah.
Be still!
Holy
Rising
Land!
Phoenix!
Mega Ray!
Swallow them!
Far beyond the
Scoot back!
darkest sky!
Stand back. I'll trip it up. No further.
Here!
The flames will
Be
roar!
still!
Seal! Eat the
I'll
dirt,
run you
Andy.
through!
Blah, blah, blah!
Rising-
Lunar
Take this!
Seal!
The earth throbs with
Gemini
pain.
Alpha!
Can't get out of this.
Mega Ray! Magic is
Dragon
there!
Swarm!
Lunar Corruption!
Devastation!
By the power of
You're
water!
on! Dragon Swarm!
Downfall!
Here I come!
Raging Cascade! That'll bring you down!
Here I come! Okay!
Arts require complete focus! Not much longer to go!
Come on! One final
So much for sitting this
Do
fight
this
out.
together! That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Dragon
That'd be
Swarm!
silly.
Be still!
Leave the chargers to me!
Steering
You're
fluid
mine!
unit by the
Power
power
up!
triangle! Finish without a fight! It's showtime! Divine Savior!
I can carve through armor!
Take this! No escape! Win!
You require
Now I'm in the tour
Let the rain down and purify all!
This is bad, right?
Yes, Alphen. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Your dreams.
Storm! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, let me help. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
Dragon Swarm!
Helix of
Sonic
Purity!
Thrust! Try this!
I'll heal you all!
Blending Blast! Super Swallow Dance! You picked the wrong fight! Here I come! No escape! There!
A chain between heaven and earth.
Incineration Wave! Megasonic Thrust!
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down.
Explosive Ring!
Lightning orb!
Lightning
Will
Thrust!
this help?
Rising Phoenix!
Healing
Take
Raging
this!
Storm! Corruption!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm sorry to be a boss.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Tear you apart! I'll smash you!
You're mine!
Denied!
It's over!
A whirling struggle.
Dazzle!
Winds of heaven. Annihilation.
Not today!
By the
Take
cyclone.
this!
Magic in hand.
It's over!
Super swallow dance!
Try this!
Sword! Explosive ring!
Hold on to your arm. Here I come. Glacial spear.
Here I come.
Fierce evil.
Lightning thrust!
Freeze lance.
Searing gale!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Holding back.
Take this!
This will be a piece of cake!
You're mine!
Hear my call.
Shatter it! That frickin' does it!
Lightning thrust!
Now we're not...
Stockpile.
You're mine!
Freeze Lancer.
Ready to go!
Prepare to be seized by a fleet of foot. Actually, that sounds
These
more
fists have got
appropriate.
your name
Less
on
talking,
them!
more doing.
Dragon Sword!
That'll bring you down.
Lightning thrust!
Lightning orb.
Rise up! I'm not done!
Illuminate the stone.
Dragon Sword!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here!
Let me help.
Lightning thrust! Rising! You're mine! Strike! It's on! Here! You're mine!
By the power of flame. Finish without a trace. The wailing Banshee of
Be
lightning.
still! Devastation! Hurricane thrust! Searing gale!
Made one. Glacial spear.
Here I
Fierce
come!
evil.
Here I
Freeze
come!
Lancer.
Dragon Sword! No escape!
A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing Banshee of lightning.
Devastation!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Easy.
A breeze!
An easy breeze.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
It's over!
Wind of heaven. First force.
Lightning thrust! Rising!
Now, these things really get on my nerves.
I'm surrounded!
You're mine!
Thunder blow.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Dragon Sword! Be still!
Freeze Lancer.
Mirage!
Not on my watch. By the
Take
power
this!
of flame.
Megasonic thrust! Be still!
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Devastation!
Feel.
Mirage! Megasonic thrust!
Thunder blade. Freeze Lancer.
No escape!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Water. Hear my call.
You're mine! No escape! Vacuum blade!
Glacial spear. Hear the
Lightning
evil.
thrust!
Freeze Lancer.
Soaring light spear!
Illuminate it.
Devastation!
Now I'm in the groove!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Violent starting wind.
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Do this together, Alpha.
Devastation! Mirage!
This is working!
Take this!
Go
Dazzle! Take this! Devastation! Mirage!
Car barrel!
Lightning thrust! Devastation! Mirage! Let's through! There! Incineration wave! Be still! Devastation! I'm not done! You're finished! Burn in hell!
Eagle
Take this!
Now!
You see what happened there is you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Rise and
Rip and tear!
It's over! Megasonic!
Talon Hurricane!
Everyone's still in one piece?
Got a really bad feeling about this.
Escape! Dazzle! Here I come! I'm not done! Soaring Light Spear! Mirage! Megasonic Thrust! Dazzle!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You're mine!
Freeze disasters made one.
Devastation!
Where are you going?
You're mine! No escape!
Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Lightning Thrust! Here I come! No escape! Devastation! Mirage! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right! No time to hold back! Burn in hell! Be still! Devastation!
Do it! Doubling! This one's got your name on it!
To action!
A whirling struggle.
Now! Take this! You're finished! Rising Falcon! Dazzle!
Sleep now.
Rising Falcon!
Where are you going?
I'll be saving this one.
You're mine! Crush!
Holy Land!
Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
Lightning Thrust! Take this! Soaring Light Spear!
Sleep now.
Dazzle!
I'll be saving this
Radiant
one.
Here.
Be still! Mirage! I'll run you through! You're the flame inside me! You're
Between heaven and earth.
Lightning Thrust!
Do it!
Rising Falcon!
Go for it! Prepare to crumble.
With this, I can become even stronger.
This
If
one's
it's in
tough,
the sky,
but we have
it's
no
mine.
choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Glacial Spear.
Here I come! Megasonic Thrust! Be still!
Holy Land!
You're mine! Come and face
Where
me!
are you going?
Lightning Thrust! I'm not done!
Prepare
So
to
much
be
for sitting
seized,
this
though,
fight
fleet
out.
of foot.
Actually,
That sounds more
No,
appropriate.
that'd be silly.
Less talking, more doing.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll smash you! Take this! You see what happened there is you crossed me.
You're
Shouldn't have done
mine!
that.
Throbs in pain.
Eat this!
Do it!
Why is it human?
Astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
You're mine!
Naturally.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Lunar corruption!
Take this! I'm not done!
Hear me! Flame of
Be
fury!
still!
Glacial Spear. Here's
You're
evil.
finished! Soaring Light Spear! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
This firearm feels like a part of me now.
Have you ever thought of wielding two at once?
Would be double the firepower. And plenty of style to boot.
What use is style when it's life or death?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Why are you staring at me?
I could ask the same thing.
So this is how the Sovereign and Maiden are supposed to look. You two go great together.
Law, come stand between us.
Oh, sure. You want me to put something white on as well?
Of course she doesn't.
Take a closer look, Xion. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
This outfit, it's already got blue accents on it.
So I see.
Everything okay there, big guy? You look kind of pissed.
I'll say. He looks like he wants to bite the head off something.
What's eating at you? Come on, Alphen. You're gonna bring us all down if you keep that ferocious scowl on.
Oh, sorry. Do I really look that ticked off?
Yeah, it kinda makes you hard to talk to. So, what's bothering you?
It's a pebble.
A pebble?
Snuck its way into the back of my boot. Can't seem to get rid of it.
Oh, I totally get you. Weird how much it can get on your nerves, huh?
Yeah. It's barely bigger than a grain of sand. So how come it feels like I'm walking around on hot nails?
You know, maybe this is a crazy solution, but you could just take your boot off and give it a shake.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You're right. Phew. It's like I've been given a new lease on life. Thanks for the tip, Xion.
Seemed kind of obvious, but you're welcome. That's the trouble with windy places. All that fine debris ends up getting into your hair and clothes.
Alphen, is it just me, or have you become extra sensitive ever since getting your sense of pain back?
Now that you mention it, the other night at camp, there was a fly buzzing around that annoyed him so much, he unsheathed the blazing sword.
So much for sensitive. That's just being a Mr. Cranky Pants.
Nothing new on that front, then.
What's the matter, Alphen? You look a little tense.
It's nothing, really.
He wants to get angry, but knows that doing so would only prove our point. Hence the building frustration showing plainly on his face.
Would you stop analyzing things for 1 minute?
Point taken.
I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too. Especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of food is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
That's a silver spoon elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Xion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Xion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious, actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Nothing. That came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised. Xion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about. I was waiting on you.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone when I don't?
No, it's fine.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we started talking to each other, didn't we?
To say the least. Hey.
What is it?
Do you think you'd like to make something together?
Make what exactly?
Just if you wanna make dinner together. What did you think I meant?
Huh? Dinner? Oh, dinner, yes. Yes, of course. Dinner. Right.
What did you think I was talking about?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what did you have in mind?
Well, do you recognize these ingredients?
This is... Wait, is this?
So you remember? That's right. We're going to fix the very first meal we ever had together. Although I remember it not being well received when we had it.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Xion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah. So much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True. We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done, When Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice too.
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all this.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
I'm looking forward to breakfast. Morning. Ready to head out?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Hey, Alphen. What do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Dahnan uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time, the fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hey, Rinwell, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cyslodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn, almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Octolina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one. Slowdia, realm of frost, snows, and colder souls.
Did something terrible happen to you here?
Isn't he just saying he's cold?
Hootle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats. Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hootle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hootle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hootle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hootle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hootle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Ah, get off of me, you insecure fluffball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing.
We should think about eating soon.
Look out!
What the hell is that? Hey, you want a piece of me?
Stay calm, Law. It's coming for us.
You just... Had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt!
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Glacier Easter! Celestial Hammer! The flashing part's their weak point!
Now I'm in the groove. How dare you approach? Burn!
Into the shadows! Raging Storm!
Swarm!
By the power of flame! Vanish without a trace! Magic Advance! Thunderblade!
I'll smash you!
Holy Land!
I'm on it! All the things! No further!
Burning Thrust!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce Eagle!
Hurricane Thrust! I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Here I come! You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
Resurrection! Oh, violent darting wind!
Try harder!
Carve now!
No!
Wall!
This Talon Crawler!
And again, nothing in its
Hurricane!
The wild bounty of lightning!
You're mine! It's over!
Fury! Burning Thrust! Not in your dreams!
This one's all mine! Try this!
Light Astral Energy! Whirlwind Trap!
You picked the wrong fight! I'll do it here and now! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! What did I tell you?
Don't get in our way!
Here I come!
Heaven tear! Strike! Dragon Swarm!
A whirling bring you down. Winds of heaven!
I can
First
carve
force.
through... What the... Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack!
Frigid does it!
Mega
I'm not done!
Magic is super
swallow dance!
Heaven and earth! Healing circle! A wailing dancy divine savior!
I'm on! Leave the charge to me!
Why'd you do me?
To stop you dying?
Right.
Here you are!
You picked the wrong fight!
Eager for first aid!
I could do without this pain! Dragon Swarm! Burn! Pierce through! Sonic Thrust! Pierce through! Talon Hurricane! Soaring Light Spear!
Art expert coming through!
Rising Falcon! Storm!
Field!
Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Now you see what I can do!
Light Blade! Whoa, hey! One at a time!
Eat this!
By the
Here!
power of flame! Finish without a mind if I do!
Here! Be still! Soaring Light Spear! Devastation! Try harder! I've let you all down. You'll pay for that!
Lightning orb! Lightning condemned! I'll bring you back from depths of this! Magic advance! Holy Land!
Ready to go! Strike! Ignite! Not done yet! Here I come! Dragon Star!
Burn! Rain down and purify!
Sonic Thrust!
Power of water!
Tectonic Fire!
Talon Storm! By the power of flame! I never miss!
Dust
In
to
here!
dust!
Let's get you all tucked away!
No escape!
Eat this! Lightning orb! Talon water! Getting stronger!
I'll finish you here
Switching up its movements! The enemy is going all out! Holy Land!
No! Can't get here!
Don't give up! I'm out of ammo! This world! A whirling struggle! Go you with my art! Art Steel! Ride the thick again!
Armor won't save you!
Dance to the wind! Air thrust!
Try harder!
Running between heaven and earth!
Swallow dance! I'll finish you here now!
Sweet now!
This should do it! You're mine!
Not on my watch!
Frickin' does it!
Denied! Power of flame! Sparkling stars of light! Rain down and purify all!
Take this!
Explosion!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Water, hear my call!
Here I come!
Lightning orb!
Dragon Swarm!
Outstanding form! Illuminate the magic itself!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Divine sword!
Megasonic!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Now you see what I can. I'm just getting started.
This one's mine!
Here I come.
Illuminate the dark!
Enough fun.
This day has come to an end.
Holy Land! Let me help! Chain between heaven and earth!
Oh, now I'm
A
real
wailing
mad.
banshee of lightning! Radiant Steel!
I'm on it.
Let's get you all tucked away!
Pierce.
Flame! Reload!
Big blast.
Lightning over!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Illuminate the dark!
Megasonic thrust! Twist on!
Holy Land!
Is this it?
Don't leave me! I'll hold on to your arm. Here I... Not in your dreams!
Take this! Eat this! I'll end it here!
I'm sorry.
Megasonic dash!
Is this it?
Resurrection!
Spot.
I'll bring you
there.
back from death's abyss.
Big step! I'll finish you
Bring you
here
back
and now!
from death's abyss. Resuscitate!
I'm on it! I'll run you through
Not my
Grab
finest.
Field!
Take this!
Radiant, we're here! I'm out of ammo!
No,
Take it dead!
can't end
I'll
here.
bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitate!
Nothing gets by me.
Fight left in you.
What the?
Ow!
Take this!
Hurt!
Not done yet!
Big waterfall! Sleep now! Far enough! Everyone... Doing all right?
Never mind us. You worry about you, Rinwell.
Right! I still got fight in me yet!
No,
Into the
can't
stadium!
end here.
Searing Flame! Reload! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Thunderblade! Do it! Magic is there! Astral energy! Full throttle! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Carve!
Erase!
That'll make things easier! Captain! Water this time!
Can't you just make...
I can feel the medicine working! Celestial Annihilation! Radiant
You're mine!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! A whirling struggle! Resuscitate! Can't be happening!
Stay away from my friends.
Lightning condemned!
Lightning thrust! Hurricane
Between
thrust!
heaven and earth!
Searing gale!
A wailing explosion!
In a vine! Pieces!
Glacial Field! Here's
I'll let you all down.
Freeze Lancer!
The flame inside me yearns
I'll
to be
bring you
let
back
free.
from death's abyss! Let the marksman handle this! Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine!
Burn in hell!
Raging Storm!
Here I come!
Celestial
Escape!
Razor Cyclone! Celestial, I can't hold on much longer!
Explosive ring!
I won't hold on to your arm!
You!
Here I come!
Stay away from my friends!
I've let you all down.
Not on my watch!
It's time.
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Illuminate the dark!
Can't get out of this!
Holy glimmer! Water! Hear my holy land! Between heaven and earth!
Leave the charges to me!
Lightning!
I'm not done!
Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm!
Resuscitation!
Uh,
Far beyond the dark
Explosive ring!
Oh, violent darting magic is
Take
there!
this! I'm not done! No! Can't end here!
Here and now!
I'll bring you back from death. One more time!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane!
Now or never.
Glimmer Storm! I'll smash you!
Here I come! Be still!
I can handle it! Resurrection! Too much to handle!
Me again!
More with that power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
It's on! Here I come! Burn in hell!
A whirling struggle!
Tear you apart! I'll run you through! Eagle Fly! Dragon Form!
Lunar Corruption!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Dear, I throbbed in pain.
Haley, the enemy is going all out! I owe you, Tion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
I owe you.
Radiant Storm!
Megasonic
I'll
Thrust!
bring you back from death's abyss.
Here I come!
Raging Storm!
No escape!
I can feel the medicine working. You got
Megasonic Thrust!
Weapons weak. A change. Between heaven and earth.
I'm gonna need more than that.
Not on my watch.
Dear, I throbbed in pain.
Only heaven and earth.
you!
A wailing
Flame
against the
inside me!
Atlantic.
You're all fitted you here now! Here I come!
Healing
I'm not
struggle.
done! Megasonic Thrust!
Winds of heaven.
I'm sorry to be bothered.
We've all got enough on our plate.
Burn it! Yes, ma'am! You're mine! Struck! Eat this! Dragon Form! I'll run you through!
Bring you back.
Ready to go! Grim! Explosive ring! Burn!
Let's tear them up! Here, let me help. First aid! That's gonna smart. Where are you going?
Freaking got it! Struck!
Take
this!
Oh,
you are gonna pay for that!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Here I come! It's go time! Armor
Will this save
you! Here I come! These chicks have got your name on them!
You
can't get out of this!
Dance in the wind!
I'll tear you
apart!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No kid!
Between heaven and earth. Blah, blah, blah.
No done yet!
Here!
Watch this should do it!
Radiant, here!
Here!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Eagle Fly!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Meteor Storm! I can
handle it.
Far enough! I'll end you!
No done yet!
Reload!
Dear, I throbbed in pain.
Try harder! Here I come! Megasonic Thrust!
This one's mine! Rain down!
Now you see what I can do! Do it! Rising Falcon!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Here's a healing art! Here's
Hollow Day!
Permanent waste! Where'd the water go?
It's all dried up!
I'll heal you! Not on my watch!
The flame inside me
It's so
yearns
bright!
to be let free! It's a pain is what it is!
Dance in the wind! Feel!
No further!
Freeze Lancer! This'll come in handy!
Megasonic Thrust!
Let me help! Raging Storm! Give up! Photon Blast! Dance in the wind!
Leave the charges to me!
Fighting for power! Let's get you out
Far
the
up!
without a trace! A new lease on life! Steel Force!
Super Hollow Day!
One at a time!
I've let you all down.
Chain between heaven and earth!
That did it!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Megasonic Thrust!
Resuscitation!
Take this!
Radiant Here! Feel! Sighted!
Here!
Lightning!
All of it! You hear it now!
Raging Storm!
It's time! Rising Radiant Rare! Can't get out of this! My turn!
I'm prison!
Now you're talking!
I'm...
Rolling You picked the wrong fight! Here I
I'm
come!
almost impressed.
My praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Nothing gets by me!
Tearing flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
You require
Hurricane!
Healing can't be happening! I can feel the medicine working! I'll heal you all!
Here!
Healing circle!
Here I come!
I'll bring you back from death.
Ready and ready!
Now you see what I can do!
Resuscitation!
Lightning thrust! Rising Phoenix!
Smart.
Storm!
Lunar corruption! By the
Here I
power of
come!
Air! Bronze and red!
Run!
A chain between heaven and earth! A wheel will bring you down!
I'm not... Talon Hurricane!
The enemy is going all out!
Front! Inferno Punch!
Don't mind if I do! There! Got you!
First fire!
Watch them begin!
Flame inside me! You're
Energy! Lightning defense!
You picked the wrong fight!
Thunderblade! A chain between heaven and earth! Lunar a wailing super
Follow dead! Here I come! Talon Hurricane!
Take this!
I'll smash you! Megasonic Thrust! Be still!
Healing circle!
Rise!
Light accident in the wind! Air thrust! Thank you for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Let's try harder!
Finish without a
Take this! Move it! Here!
Swallow
dance! Now we're never. Try harder! Here and now! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
I'm on it! Can't get out of this!
Healing circle made one.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Megasonic Thrust!
Art expert coming through!
Missing speed!
Hear my call! A chain
Here I
between
come.
heaven and earth!
You picked the wrong fight!
You're mine!
I'll smash you!
I'm ready!
I'm not done!
Where are you going?
Hurricane!
It looks like you got this one covered! Healing circle!
Here!
Arcane Thunder!
Castle!
Here! I'll be saving this one!
You're mine!
Take this!
More
Super Solo Dance!
Blah blah blah!
Castle!
Fury!
Big
Steel!
Dragon
Here's
Swarm!
one of it.
These fists have got your name on them!
Be still! Rising Rocket!
All right.
Megasonic Thrust! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
What was with that creature? It was some sort of a Zoogle that could control light. Rinwell, do you think that could have been...
The true form of the Phantom Flower? No, it couldn't be.
What makes you so sure?
Because...
What the...
Whoa!
What the hell is that? Is the enemy back for more?
Whatever it is, it's freaking huge!
You guys, calm down. It's okay. It's probably... No, it's definitely the Phantom Flower of Navira. I read about it in that book we found earlier. It was described as a mysterious light floating up in the sky. It's not dangerous at all. In fact, this is the place it was first discovered.
So that's how it got its name then. You sure it's not some enemy astral art being cast at us?
Positive. I think it's just a rare and unusual weather phenomenon more than anything else.
Cyslodia obviously used to be covered in darkness around the clock. But with that gone, I guess that's why we're able to see this again?
You could be right. It's so pretty though, isn't it?
Sure. But it's so big we could have seen it from town just fine, couldn't we?
Well, sure, but still.
Hey, who cares where we saw it? I'm just glad we got to see it at all. Besides, that Zoogle was what kept us from seeing it before, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's such a gorgeous night sky here. You should really bring Shion out to watch it.
Right. I'll, do that.
Took a lot to get here, but I can't help but feel like a dream of mine came true. Thanks, Law.
I didn't do all that much, really.
Well, I still really appreciate it. It made me really, really happy.
Hey, you know
Oh, it looks like you can see it even better from over there. I'm gonna go check it out.
Huh? Hey, wait! Rinwell?
There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him.
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Stop shaking.
You guys want to rest here?
Doing some thinking?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Danance, Renance, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now...
Right. Now... I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now that there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
It wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but... swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
Hey!
Shion, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
And what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings. And I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. It was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shion. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
No, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy, but I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
Hey, Alphen. Why do you like spicy food so much anyway?
You know, I haven't thought about that before. Maybe because when I couldn't feel pain, it gave me that kick I was craving.
But now that you can feel pain again, wouldn't your tastes have changed?
Did you like spicy food when you were younger?
Not as much as I do now. At some point, it just became something almost like an addiction, I guess.
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your fill of ordinary food, you cannot help but seek out more unusual fare.
I don't think that's got anything to do with Alphen's tastes. Although I won't deny that you definitely have a thing for exotic food. The stranger the better.
I just wish I could have gotten you into sweets like me, Alphen.
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps you last longer when you're on the move.
We all know you're a quantity over quality kind of...
What was that?
Nothing. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I've also noticed Shion's not really into the same kind of food most Renins are. Could be it's got something to do with the way she grew up.
That's so me. Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength. All meat, all the time.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish because she can catch them herself.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you work with something long enough, it comes naturally to you.
I like fish just fine. But what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade. It reminds me of what my mom used to make.
Really? You know, I used to cook a lot of meals for younger kids, and they said the same thing.
When you get down to it, I guess the things a person cooks and the foods they like say a lot about the way they've lived.
guys! I don't see any of our food anywhere!
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished! Some Zoogles must have gotten in behind us and swiped the whole thing while we were fighting.
What? Huh? What are you guys talking about?
This affects you too, you know! We lost all our food, including all those sweets you love so frickin' much!
What? How could this happen? Those sweets are the highlight of my day! Oh, so hungry.
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it, it becomes that much more unbearable.
Whoever did this, I swear I'm gonna make them pay for stealing our supplies.
All that's left now is this one lonesome apple.
Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that. I picked this apple myself. I'm not just gonna...
Food.
Hand it over.
Stay away! Ah!
Hey, I'm back. Huh? What the heck happened here?
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective. A serious problem indeed. And one we should all be mindful of.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back?
Ah!
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Sorry if I'm a bit restless during the night. Come on, guys. We've got lots to do.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Right!
Saxley. No temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Shh. Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but... You sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but... I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Nagal.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zeugl?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zeugl or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard! I never thought about this until now, Alphen. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Armor takes a strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Are you doing this on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just great.
Cheers!
Cheers! What? Nice try, you two. Better luck next time.
Never. Why?
Wait. Something's wrong.
I couldn't catch it. I'll always be alone. How could I... Oh, please. I'm so lonely.
Oh no. This is just like what happened before. Alphen!
I'm alone. I'm all alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? There aren't any thorns this time. Oh, I've got it!
Alphen?
Shionne, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either. There's also this one from me. So please, don't give up. We'll fight this together. Shionne!
You dummy!
That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things? That said, it does make me feel better. Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen. Seriously.
Feeling better now, Shionne?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
We've reached our destination.
Hey.
Yes.
Just great.
How's this?
Got it.
Hey!
Yay!
All right. I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know! I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. He'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Xion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe it's not the time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Hey! Yes! Right.
Sure.
I don't believe this! Ah! Okay!
Great!
Good. Nice work. Ah!
But this is...
Wow.
Yes!
Oh!
Amazing!
Nice work. Very nice.
Thanks.
Yes!
Hey.
Yes. Oh.
Yay! What? Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah!
We avoided getting roasted in that ring. But what we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock. Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us. Yeah! Hey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah! Just great.
I guess... Thanks.
Huh?
Well... All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I guess.
Whew.
Got it.
We finally made it.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle? Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's going, right? So what does it matter? Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law. You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Yours to be let free.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
You'll finish. Aim for the weak spot.
Now, in the groove.
Can't get out of this.
Oh, you are gonna pay for that.
Burn in hell.
Glacial Spear.
I can carve through armor.
You're mine. I'm not done. Thunder. Talon Hurricane.
I'll bring you back from death to
Lightning
this.
Thrust.
I'm on a roll now. Let's tear 'em up. These fists have got your name on them.
Megasonic Thrust.
I never miss. That's been smart.
Move it.
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm.
In the wind, rise and shine.
Be still.
A whirling struggle.
Take this.
Resurrection! Winds of heaven!
Thunder.
Prepare to be
Cyclone! That's my cue!
Amazing.
Shut him down.
Anything in armor is all
Divine
right.
malevolence!
Move it. Get this.
Waterfall! Annihilation!
There.
Now I'm in the groove.
You're mine. No escape. Try this!
Hear my call! Feel!
Explosive ring!
Red!
Denied!
Get out here! What did I do?
Now in the groove! Take this!
Hear my call!
No escape!
Red! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
This!
Freeze Lancer! Here's a healing
Dragon Come on!
Armor won't save you!
It's on!
Radiant
Tackle! Rising Phoenix!
Show you what I can handle. Freeze Lancer! This one's mine! Won't you get the death? In here!
Here I come! Burn!
Let's get you off the
Take this!
Take
Try this! Explosive ring! Thunder Bang! Thunder!
Anything in armor is all
Explosive
mine!
ring!
Eagle Star armor won't save you! Leave the charges to me! Far enough!
Lewis! Rising Storm! Inferno Punch!
In a bind, outstanding form!
Here I come! Try harder! Now!
Got it!
No escape!
Now's our
You're
chance!
finished!
In here!
Try this!
Saving this way!
Explosive ring! Burn!
Wind Astral
I owe you one.
Energy!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
I'm not done!
Hurricane!
Thunder!
Steel!
Burn! Try this!
Holy Lunar Corruption! Lunar Blast! Armor won't save you!
Pierce through! Sonic Thrust!
Confiscated!
Try this!
Whirlwind Snap!
Rending Blast!
Thunder Field! Will they catch
Incineration Wave!
One at a time! Healing Air Thrust!
Can't get out of this!
That's a chain between
I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got
Let you roll down. Yes, ma'am.
It's on! You're mine! You're finished! Soaring Light Sphere!
Raging Storm!
Mirage!
Blow of Flight! Ready!
Not today!
Now!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss!
You're mine!
Flash!
I'm not done!
Again!
Dragon Swarm!
Far enough!
All back in your defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
I'm on!
I'll show you how useful I can be! Not in your dreams!
Watch it!
Gemini off! There you go! Don't
Hold
let
nothing
up!
back!
This one's mine!
Stay away from my friend!
Go away! Back into the fray! Annihilation! Magna Ray! Hurricane! Anything in armor is all mine! Now you see what I can... Watch this! Resuscitation!
This should do it!
I'll run you through! Rise and shine!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Burn!
Hurricane!
Here I come!
Annihilation! Sleep now!
Try this!
Anything in armor is all mine! Power of flame! Vanish without a trace!
Vacuum blade!
Sleep now! Now you see what I can do! Denied! This one!
Lost my
Light Astral Where are you going? More where that came from! Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine! Resurrection! Sonic Punch! Magna Ray!
You'll pay for that!
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss! Dragon!
I've let you all down.
Mega
Resuscitation! That move!
Take this!
Still not the
Here comes the big one!
Annihilation! Radiant Freeze Lancer!
You picked the wrong fight!
Dance in the wind! From Death's Abyss! Sleep now!
Try!
Can't move! Resuscitation! No!
Damn it!
Don't pay for that! I don't even know the word defeat.
I'm on it!
Powered Hurricane! What the... What was I thinking? I can handle it! There's not enough time to heal everyone!
So what do we do? Play...
Ed, shut up and be more defensive! Far enough!
Prepare to be seen!
I've still got some fight left in
I'm gonna need more of my best! Can't get out of...
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitate astral energy!
Pierce through! Take it!
Illuminate the
Rolling strike! You're finished! Thunderfang!
Holy
Take it!
I won't give up!
Kill! Stay away from my friends!
I can feel the medicine working. By the power of water! Annihilation! It looks like you got this one covered.
Take it! No escape!
Anything in armor is
Dragon
We're not playing around. Hold on to your art.
Take
Here I
this!
come. Dance in the
Take
wind.
it! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out. If I do.
You're done! You're mine!
Came between this one's mine.
Yours!
A wailing frenzy of Bring it dead.
I've let you all down.
Sleep now.
Denied!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Not today!
All disasters made
You're
right.
mine!
Come forth and
Try harder!
Explosion! I can do it all day. Don't give up. Water, hear my call.
You require a hand.
Shining I'll bring you back from raging testing. Resuscitation. Illuminate the
Not
dark.
done yet.
Holy
Can't get out of bed!
Water, heaven and earth cold. A wailing banshee of lightning. Glacial spear. Pierce evil. Let's get you all tucked away. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Rain down. Resuscitation. Will this help?
They'll pay for that! Okay, here I go.
Thanks, Sheila.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
All did you hear it?
Will this help?
It's too much!
Healing circle! Not on my watch!
Now remember.
Into the fray! Hard malevolence! Where are you going? It's about to strike!
I'll smash Look sharp, everyone!
Now. By the power of water!
I'm gonna need more of that
Into the
medicine.
fray!
This one's all mine! Burn it down!
Glacial
Try
spear!
harder!
Here's evil! Can't be
I've let you all down.
Can't get
I'll
out
bring
of
you
this!
back from death's abyss! Resuscitate! I'll heal you all! Deal for it!
Try harder! My turn!
Can't be happening! Lightning orb! I'm sorry. By the power of flame! I can feel the medicine working.
You're mine!
Denied!
Dragon Swarm! Can't move!
I still got some fight left in me. I'll bring you back from death. I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitate! I won't give up. A whirling.
You guys want to rest here? Did we really just spend that much money?
Did they really think that barrier was enough for it? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
I've got a bad feeling about this one.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Now you see what I can do!
Come forth, the
Here I come! First blast! Dragon Force! Burn in hell! Aim for the weak spot! All things you hear it now! I'm not done!
There you go!
Infernal Bang!
Far beyond the
On a roll now! Far enough! Shattering the explosive rays! Attack time!
Mega Ray! This one's mine!
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Thunder!
A whirling
Rip it!
fire.
Try this!
Radiant flames of
Explosive rays! Freaking does it!
By the power of flames! Faders without a trace!
Can't get out of this! I'm on a roll now!
Flame of steel burning
Crumble! All fitted you hear it now!
That's my cue!
Hurricane! Shut him down!
Hurricane! Healing circle!
That's
Thanks, Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
You shouldn't have messed with me! Lewis Gale! Thunder! Dragon Shadow! Let's tear him up! Explosive ray! Carve through armor!
Let me show you what my heart can do!
In a vine? Swallow! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Tectonic
I'll heal you all!
Lewis Gate!
Nothing gets by me!
Away! Hurricane thrust! Searing Gate! This is looking good! Denied!
Lightning!
I'll tear you apart! You're finished!
Here, let me help!
Sonic thrust! Lightning thrust! All fitted to here and now! This one's all mine! You're on! All fitted you here and now! Watch it! Crunch! Dragon Force! Try this! Armor won't save you! Explosive ring! Is this it?
Don't leave me! Healing circle! I'll bring you back from Thunder Field! Purge malevolence! Blah 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 magic! Sleep now!
Not done yet!
I'll be saving Thunder! Don't mind if I do!
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough of it.
Yes, ma'am.
Lunar corruption!
Come on, already now!
It's by the power of water!
In a vine!
Let's do it! Annihilation!
Amazing.
Razor Sword!
Dragon Force!
Razor Blazing
Watch
Sword!
this! Explosive ring!
Like astral energy! Resurrection! Radiant
Shattering the
Lightning Orb!
pieces! Attack
Lightning
time!
Condemn!
No escape!
Thunder Blade!
Searing Gale! Armor won't save you!
Holy Lance!
Burn in hell!
By the power
You're
of water!
mine! I'll tear you apart! You're finished! I'm on a roll now! Try this!
Chain between heaven and earth!
Can't get out of this!
Wailing Corruption Lightning!
Quiver Blast!
Lunar Blast!
It's not getting
Blah
Take
blah
this!
blah magic!
Pass through!
Searing Flame!
Vacuum blade!
Confiscating! It looks like you got this one covered!
Thunder! Explosive ring! Burn! Stay still!
Gemini Aqua!
Rising Falcon!
Anything in armor is all on. Now you see what I can do.
Laser Healing Arch! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Will this help? Sparkling stars of light!
Leave the charges to me.
The flame inside me yearns to be
So much
lit.
for all back in there to
Burn in hell!
Glad you have your uses!
Here I come!
I'll show you how
Right,
useful I
watch
can
out!
be.
Denied!
Resurrection! What would I do without you?
Eat this!
Confiscated!
I'll tear you apart!
Lunar corruption! Close one! A whirling trouble! Will this help? Flames
Here
of
I
heaven!
come!
First force!
Megasonic thrust! Flaming thrust!
Away! Head free!
In a vine!
No more playing nice!
Hey, you okay?
I can still do
Armor
this!
won't save you.
Oh, now you stop! This should do it!
A wailing define!
this it?
Don't give up! That frigid does it! Burning strike! Water! Raging sword! Blood! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Showtime!
The flame
Now you
laser!
see what I can do!
Far enough! Burning strike! Charge the left! In here! Splinter! I'll be safe! Ready to go! Oh, sparkling stars of light!
In a
Rain down
vine.
and purify all! Resuscitation! Here's a... Healing arc!
No good.
They're not playing around!
Here comes a big one! Try harder!
Get on here! Healing arc!
Cut! Move it!
This one's mine! Thunderblade! Illuminate landing form!
Can't move!
Holy land! Chain between heaven and earth!
I'm just getting started!
A wailing divine!
Now you see what I can do!
Resuscitation!
First
A
strike!
whirling struggle!
I'll run you
Not
through!
gonna
Watch
hear
this!
Here's evil!
Denied!
Freeze Lancer!
Move it! Get it!
Dance in the
Push! Dazzle! Tear!
A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven!
I'll tear you apart! Move it! Get!
Rise and shine! You all touch
Take this! Here!
Resurrection!
Armor won't save on a roll now! Here I come! Eat this! Be still!
More with that
I'll run you through! I'll tear you apart!
In here!
Take it! Rolling hurricane! Not today!
Oh, spark healing circle!
Here I go! I'm not done! Thunder!
Flare tornado!
In a vine?
The enemy is going all out!
Now I'm in the groove! Here comes something big!
Try to dodge! Winds of heaven! I never miss! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Evil God! Now you see what I can do! There!
Sleep now!
Take this! My fighting! You'll pay for that!
It's showtime! Blow! Mega ray!
Ignite!
Celestial hammer! General aqua! Ice
I'm not done! Be still! Devastation!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Purge malevolence! Resuscitation! Can't be happening! Can't be happening! Wait, you won't die.
Defenses are down!
A whirling
I'm gonna
struggle.
need more of that next. Strike!
Winds of heaven!
Dragon Swarm!
Ready to go!
Here!
In here! I'm resuscitating!
Stay away from my friend!
First aid!
Your
I'm
throat
on
in pain.
Take
Roll it! Be still!
I won't give up!
Deny!
A new lease on life!
This is all mine! I'm just getting
Resuscitation! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
It's showtime! Water, hear my call!
I'm gonna need more of that.
Hammer, flame of fury! Burning! A wind shield! Hear my call! Glacial spear!
Try harder! Now! You're mine! You picked the wrong fight! Now you see what I can do! Strike! Thunderfang! Try this!
Falling behind.
Looks like this one's mine!
Like hell it is.
A new lease on life!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Onward, let me help!
I can carve through one! I owe you. Denied! Storm! I'm not done! Be still! Rising Phoenix! Not my fight, no! Can't end here!
Purge malevolence! Eat big waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A struggle. I'll bring you back. Winds of
You
heaven.
require a hand.
In here. Resuscitation. Here's a healing arc. The enemy is going all out. Shining supernova. Glacier warrior. Here's when it is hot. A chain between
Try
heaven and
harder.
earth. I'll bring you
Take
back.
this.
A wailing dance of lightning.
Take this.
I'll bring you back from death. I'll bring you back from death.
Try harder. I'm not quite ready.
Far enough.
You picked the wrong fight. No escape. It's over. Searing gale.
I'm on a roll now. Sleep now. Lunar blast. Let's get you off this way.
Be still.
I'll heal you all.
Rising Phoenix.
In here. Can't be happening. Let's get you off.
Stay away from my
Here
friend.
goes. Confiscated. Mega ray.
Prepare to be
Chain
sealed.
between heaven and earth.
Dazzle.
A
Rising
wailing
Phoenix.
annihilation. All disasters made one.
Armor
Come
won't
forth
save you.
First aid.
Here I come. Dragon Swarm.
Mega
This
ray.
one's all mine.
Lightning.
Not today.
Super swallow
Be
gale.
still.
Meteor.
Rising Phoenix. Kisara. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone.
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Danins and Renins, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me, and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
Hey.
Hey. I guess... No way. Damn. Whew.
All right. This is... Thanks.
You okay, Law? You seem kind of quiet.
I'm fine. Just feels a little weird returning home now that my dad's not here, I guess. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out too.
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your dad's grave while you're here. Right, Law?
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave. The Rena would only destroy it the moment they found it.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass burial sites. Either that or thrown on top of a bonfire. We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning them to the motherland.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when my mom died, too.
But that was back then, right? Calaglia is liberated now. There's nothing to stop you from raising a true grave anymore.
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take root. It's a tradition of its own now.
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Cheap and simple, he'd say. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up meeting on the other side.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, imagine. The two of them reunited. back home where they belong. They're probably watching over us right now, at one with Great Dana. There's something almost poetic about it.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop him from coming to box my ears. Still, better than being left alone, I guess. Better than never knowing. You hear that, Dad? I'll make you proud. You'll see.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our... heads.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Hey, Shion. Got any requests for supper tonight?
Me? Not really. I'm fine with just about anything. Everything you cook is delicious.
Well, thank you. Seeing you devour my food makes all the work I put into it well worth it.
Do I look that eager to you?
Nothing wrong with that. We all have to eat to survive. It makes me happy to see people eat their fill on what I fix.
I'm not sure how to respond to that.
いつも君と待ち続けた季節は何も言わず通り過ぎた雨はI will
This came out so good. I almost hate having to eat it.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I'm surprised to see you up reading so late. What have you got there?
Oh, it's a book about magic. I was hoping I'd reach the end of this chapter before I went to bed.
I'm impressed you can read all that tiny text without drifting off.
It's easy. Honestly, the subject is so interesting, it keeps me wide awake. Although I have to admit, the more I read this book, the more I realize just how much I still have to learn. I hate not knowing it all, so it pushes me to keep learning as much as I can so I can be a real expert.
So that's why you're studying by the campfire every night, huh? You've really changed, Rinwell.
Really? I don't feel like it.
Remember how you used to be when we first met in Calaglia?
Sure, but that's because I was still hiding a lot from you guys. Am I really all that different aside from that?
Definitely. It's the difference between a rock and the sun.
Are you saying I used to be like a rock? That's not something you should use to describe a girl, Alphen.
My bad. But the comparison is still apt. You used to not be open with us about your magic at all. And now look at you.
Well, I guess you may have a point. I used to hate studying magic because my parents made me do it. And after everything that happened, I felt like it brought nothing but trouble. But now, I don't think it's so bad after all. Maybe I really have changed more than I thought. All magic is simply astral energy combined with knowledge. It's neither good nor bad by itself. It all depends on how you use it. Saying it out loud, I guess I finally made peace with it.
I think you have Law to thank for that.
What? Why him?
I mean, he was kind of the one who...
Nope, he's got nothing to do with it. None. Zilch. Nada. Nothing.
If Law heard that, he'd be pretty bummed, you know.
You're crazy. I don't see why he would be.
Are you saying you'd rather he wouldn't be? I'd say the fact you can get so worked up about things now is another sign you've changed.
Sounds like someone wants me to put on a little magic show.
All right, all right. I'll take my leave before I say anything else that might get me into trouble. Just make sure you aren't staying up too late, okay?
Ugh, I'm not a little kid anymore. Yeesh. Though, actually, it felt kinda nice hearing that. I wonder why. Woo! Night, everyone! I think Hootle senses an owl around here.